Hello and welcome to game number 1 of nDG Endurance Gaming versus Inspector Cabot. And we're going into game number 1, which is of course the first one on this side. We have Conjugates going in as Monster for nDG versus MonkeyBot, Thonar, Rusty, and Generic, all of which who are well known, have been around the scene for quite a few times. Been in the chat, been players, been in everything. I believe they've been in a community cup, most of these guys, so they have been around. These are by no means new people to the scene. We'll have to see what they can do today. It's been a long time since we've seen them. However, I'm sure they've been practicing up a storm to get themselves ready as we are going into this game. We see Conjugates, however, doing the standard route nowadays, which goes through the middle avenue here, right through the valley, heads up east, and then just routes up here for the Mammoth Birds. There should be 2 spawns right here, which is beautiful that there's a double right there, and there's going to be a second one, which means that 6 meats going into his evolve meter, which is a great amount of food for him to have. So we're going into this game. Right now we already have our predictions in place, but we'll have to see what changes, and we already have Trapjaws coming in, just kind of coming in to annoy him and just saying, nope, you're not finishing off that Mammoth Bird. You got too much meat there. I'm sorry. It's tasty. It's delicious. It's lovely. So we're going in. We got MonkeyBot already in a great spot. And we see a Stealth Pounce coming in from Conjugates. It's going to be grabbing MonkeyBot right outside the corner. His teammates, however, are not in a position to break him out immediately, which means it's probably going to be an early shield, which means he's going to be able to fight. There's the shield there, keeping him alive. So he's going to be backing off now. Thonar is going to quickly heal him up and make sure that they don't have any quick downs from Conjugates or any freebies. They want to make sure that this monster is heavily punished. They are going to force the early fight, however, because this is a stage 1. The shield was blown. However, it is only a stage 1 Kraken. So they're going to be going against this. Conjugates is already ready to fight Vortexes. They're coming up. But let's take a look at his skill build, shall we? We have 1 point Lightning Strike, 1 point Banshee Mines, 1 point Vortex. Here comes the Stealth Pound. Shield is off cooldown, but Hank comes in to save down MonkeyBot. Going to be keeping him alive as he starts getting healed up by Val, by the combo beam team. Going to be pushing them forward. MonkeyBot already back up to full. Nice and quick. We see that that's coming out, though. All the heals. Here comes the Lightning Strike. Connects. No dodge by Thonar. Generic right there on the low ground, just throwing out the stasis, keeping that Kraken on the slow, making sure he can't do much. Here we have him getting pulled down to the ground very slowly. Mine's going to be keeping up, trying to keep him off that ledge, so we can't use it to his advantage. We're starting to get chips at health damage, so we're seeing it drain down slowly. Vortex is coming up, trying to get MonkeyBot off him, but it's not enough. Conjugates is just getting hunted down in this dome, not able to do much. He's just taking damage non-stop. Monster is already at 29% win rate, 25 now, just because of all this health damage. He's already down 1/4 of his HP at stage 1, which is a huge amount for an early dome like that, where they started off in not an advantageous position. They started off with that shield already popped, so the assault wasn't able to be as aggressive as he wanted, but they still got a lot of health damage off, and they blew through full armor, got health damage, and started already. Shield's coming in from Hank at just the right moment. We look at Pursuit, however, and right now we do see that Rusty is in a great spot to be shielding his teammates. We look at Generic, though. Generic is already catching up to him. He's getting those tracking darts in everything. He knows the monster's position, knows that he's in position for everything. Dome is on half cooldown right now, so it is coming up. We did show the perks lately for those of you that are in the VODs. However, we can't discuss them live just due to the fact that players don't want it revealed what they're using. If you caught it, then great, but I can't bring it up just for the sake of keeping things fair for all participants. Now we look at this, we do see oh no, we saw the Evolve coming in right into this corner. They're in a great spot to get some damage in. Shots coming in, headshots coming in from MonkeyBot. Going to be looking to get in, waiting till the last possible second. Here comes the Dome. Dome's going to get thrown right now, sometime soon, maybe. But we have 3 point Lightning Strike, 2 point Vortex, and 1 point Banshee Mine, and there's the Dome getting thrown, so they're going to have the lower ground. They didn't want it to loop around there, so they're going to be making sure that that goes down and that he isn't able to use lower areas to his advantage. So what they're going to do is they're going to spam in the stasis grenades into those corners and keep him in there and let the Assault do all the poking. Support's in a great spot, the shield from a long distance. Oh, but MonkeyBot almost got down by that Lightning Strike. It is a 3 point Lightning Strike. It is scary. We're at 3 bars of health missing on this monster out of 4 possible. If they can burn through the rest of it, they're in a great spot to get game number 1 going in favor of them from Conjugates. MonkeyBot is already getting healed up. They're pushing it in, and he's going to be forcing his way out. So now Conjugates is on the exterior, getting it shot in the butt by Generic, and Super Sub Rusty is going to be doing what he can to get some offensive power in. And if we look at the monster's perspective right now, we see all these abilities are going to use trying to get some space. He's down to 3 bars of health. Lightning Strike coming in, connects on support, drilling him up into the air. Going back into this corner, though, he wants to keep himself protected from line of sight. Doesn't want to get constant poke. Wants to keep them off him. Throws the Vortex just to get more space. Not able to get it though. And the dome comes down. He pushes right through the teammates. Going to be going to create space. He's down to 2 bars of health. And he's going to be trying to get his way out of here. Needs to get moving. Needs to get running. Constantly getting himself shot in the back. Down to 1.5 bars of health already. And we're only at, what, 5 minutes of the game and they're down? This much on his health pool? Team Inspector Cabot showing what they're worth and showing Game 1 that they are ready to tangle with any monster the ESL wants to throw at them. So we're going into this right now. Generic is at about half HP, but we do see that Conjugates is going to be able to get some armor up finally. He's going to have armor, guys. It's okay. He's got his armor. He's going down here. He hasn't been down this area, so there's going to be lots of food for him. He'll be able to push his way through, and maybe once he gets stage 3, because once you stage up, you gain more health, for those of you that don't know. So once he gets to stage 3, he'll have a good portion of his health back, and we've seen games where they win with less health than that. Let's be serious. We're at the... And no one's out yet. It could still go either way. However, we don't have any sign of downs from the Hunter team, which means that is a good indication that they are going to be in a great spot for a Stage 2 fight with full armor or a Stage 3 fight. Which I think right now Conjugates has to make that decision. Does he want to fight Stage 2 with full armor, or does he want to wait till Stage 3 and have possibly less armor and more health? That's the position that we're in right now. As we look at MonkeyBot, who's on a great pursuit track, keeping him down, always staying within about 50 to 60 meters. The longest he's been was 90, and he's been doing everything he can to stay within that distance. Stealth Pants going on the Wildlight, just keeping his armor topped off, filling up that Evolve meter because he has to fill it up now. That's the question right now. Does he have a full Evolve meter? No. So if they get a dome right now, they can possibly get another dome before he has a chance to fill his Evolve meter, which is a key factor here. If he had a full Evolve meter and he was deciding, to wait, that's a different discussion. But right now, we look at him right now. He's just trying to bait out this dome in an area that is advantageous to him so he can mitigate damage very easily with full armor. That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get them to use the dome in an area that is advantageous, which is why they're not throwing it. A less experienced team would typically throw the dome in this scenario just because they got the monster, but they know that he has full armor, so there's no reason to throw it. Also, this wastes time. Time is also your ally as the Hunter team. If you can waste time, go right ahead and waste it. Monster's only got 20 minutes to destroy the relay. Killing the monster is actually a secondary objective in Evolve. Annihilating the other side is the secondary objective. The primary objective is either destroying or defending the relay. Common mistake in Hunt game mode. But we're looking at this right now. We're seeing them starting to get the chip damage in. They're doing what they can. And we should see another Vortex. There it goes, pushing the back, and he's going to start moving now. Here comes the run with the Lightning Strike. Going to be going right on Generic. However, that's not enough to keep him safe, as right now he is outside, doesn't have his loops. Going to be forced to actually engage with this. Needs to get down the Trapper, but he's not going to be able to do it. Lightning Strike actually be moved over to Thonar. Does connect, but the shield coming up from Hank going to be keeping him alive. More of these attacks coming in. Orbital Barrage going to get thrown on Conjugates. He has to get out of the way here. And here we go. Thonar's in the caves. Going to be looking at a Stealth Pounce. And here comes the Vortex. Shields coming in from Hank, keeping him alive. We get a Lightning Strike, and here we go for the finish. Does connect, but not quite enough to finish down the Medic. Medic is barely keeping themselves alive, and we do see that Conjugates right now is in a great spot to run. That is all he's got left right now. He's need to deal damage from a distance and mitigate as much as he can because he's only got a sliver of health. Are they going to be able to finish him? They don't have much to go with right now. We see that we do have the nice little wildlife going on here, and here it comes in for the last shots coming out from the Trapper to finish off Conjugates. Conjugates is dead. That makes it 1-0 on this side in favor of Team Inspector Cabot going into game number 2 after a dominating win on Orbital Drill. And if we look at the final game screens, we look at the health and how it just constantly deteriorated over the course of the match. We see that there were very minimal dips in regards to the health pool. So we're going to look at that and just crazy dominating. It's the only way to put it is Inspector Cabot came through and they established that they were a force to be reckoned with, and Conjugates is going to go into game number 2 with a completely different mindset than he did in game number 1, which is a huge difference. Maybe game number 1 went in thinking, a little bit underestimated, but alas, guys, we're going into game number 2 now, which means this is going to be a quick fade in, fade out for the sake of odds. And yeah, we'll be back in just a moment as we look to see what happens differently in Game 2 from Conjugates against Team Inspector Cabot, who doesn't use Cabot, but a Team Inspector Cabot nevertheless. We'll be back in just a moment.